Okay, this is our 10th lesson in our English course of 10 sessions. So first up, I would like to congratulate you for being here, for having had the capacity to persist in this process. Okay, so secondly, I will show you the topics, right? Today, we're going to see different contents, which are these ones. So we're going to see the formation of more verbs, right? How to form more verbs with prepositions. And then we're going to see prepositions in and of itself. We'll be seeing the past participle of these previous verbs that we have learned. And finally, as always, the lesson 10 evaluation, right? So we're going to see the test. So how can we form more verbs, right? We can form more verbs, right? By using some tricks that I will give you, right? So in many languages, we can say that the verbs are essential part of the learning process, right? That is why we have synthesized the information by offering you some key verbs as a starting point, right? So the 16 verbs that we already saw, okay, in the previous sessions. Okay, so I know that maybe learning all the verbs can be tedious. It can be hard work, but this guy has a pedagogical design that will facilitate the access to this language, right? So you'll see the results once you practice them. Okay, so in this unit, different verbal combinations will be shortened, sorry. So I'm translating this literally, but it's the same. So in this unit, more combinations, variables of these verbs will be shortened. And in that way, you can create new verbs by acquiring more vocabulary, right? So for example, instead of saying, I think, that is yo opino, I think, okay? So you can say, I give an opinion, okay? Or you can say, all right, so your opinion would be, I think, no? Your opinion would be, I think, would be, I guess, in certain way, no? Like, would be, I opine, but I opine is not that common. I opine. It's not that common, okay? So with this combination, you can acquire more vocabulary. All right, so we have, for example, combinations with to give, right? To give. So we have, for example, cry, okay, cry, but gritar to give a cry, okay? So the same way, we're going to, the same strategy we will use for the next upcoming verbs. So risa, laugh. So reír, to give a laugh. Small, all right, so smile. Sonrisa, so to give a smile, no? Education. So remember this word, education. So you say education, education. So to give education, to give an education, right? Opinion, to give an opinion. Reward, reward, to give a reward. Rap, to give a rap. Whistle, to give a whistle. Surprise, to give a surprise. Order, to give an order. Kiss, to give a kiss. Push, to give a push, right? So how would you say ella empujó a ese hombre? So how would you say that? She gave a push to that man, okay? All right, and what does this translate? My cousin gave a kiss to his girlfriend. So you're capitalized. It's not okay. Okay, so how would it be in this case? My cousin gave a kiss to his girlfriend. So it would be, mi primo le dio un beso a su novia. So, el profesor educó a mi, so how can you say this last one? El profesor educó a mi hijo would be, the teacher gave education to my son. Okay, so we have more combinations we do have, right? Discussion. So the action of having a discussion is to have a discussion, no? So discuss, so that's to have a discussion. So you say discuss. Desire to have a desire, right? Drink, the same dynamic. So to have a drink, beber. Fight, to have a fight, the action. Sleep, to have sleep, which is dormir, this one that is here. Smash, to have smash, chocar, right? Meal, to have a meal. Comer, smoke, to have smoke, that is, right? Pain, to have a pain. Doler, so talk, to have a talk, conversar. So what do I mean when I say I have a pain in my leg? Oh, my leg is hurting. So to have a pain in my leg is me duele la pierna, no? Me duele la pierna. So if I say, how can you say this in English? Nosotros dormimos bien. So how would you say that? ¿Cómo podrían decir usted, nosotros dormimos bien? How would you say that? So we had a good sleep. Recuerden de que está en pasado. Cuando está en pasado, so when this is in past, we have to use the past verb of have, right? Okay, so this other one. She had a talk with my father. Ella conversó con mi padre en pasado, right? So, okay, so we have more combinations. We have protest. So this other protest. So protest. Protesta. To make a protest is protestar, right? Journey. Viaje. To make a journey, viajar. Present. So to make a present, to give something to someone, change, right? To make a change, cambiar. Start. To make a start, comenzar. Mark. To make a mark. Okay. Stop. Detención, pausa, parada. To make stop. Okay. So suggestions. So sugerencia, suggestion. So to make a suggestion. So certain, repeat this one. Recuerden la glottal stop. So remember the glottal stop here. So we have a certain, no? Certain. So to make a certain, the action. Selection. To make a selection. Statement. To make a statement. Discover. To make a discovery. Decision. To make a decision. Division. So to make a division. Addition. To make an addition. The action. Agreement. To make an agreement. Okay, we have more examples here. So how will you say this? Invent, no? To make an invention. Answer, to make an answer. Error, to make an error. Offer, to make an offer, which is the action. Sign, to make a sign, that is, make a sign. Move, to make a move. Smooth. Remember, we start with S, right? Smooth. So remember, you gotta start with the S. So we use S, right? Smooth. So to make it smooth, you got it. Appointment, which is like a compromise. It's not a compromise at all. It's like a meeting you can have with a doctor or a business meeting, right? Something like that. An interview, who knows? So to make an appointment, no? It's like scheduling. So, so how would you say this in English? So yo decidiré mañana. How would you say that in English? So you can say, I will make a decision tomorrow. I abbreviate this. I abbreviate this. I'll make a decision. I will make a decision tomorrow. So you have made an error in the addition, right? The second one. Usted ha errado en la suma. So how would you say this other one? Okay. He made an answer to make questions. So this one, Columbus made the discovery of America. So the last one, how would you say this other one? We made a journey across Argentina. Okay, so we have more combinations with the verb to get, right? So violent. So look, when you, this verb, right, currently it has 8 different meanings. Okay, so to get can be become, which is convertirse, volverse, no? So you can say get violent, no? So volverse violento. So that would be like that, right? So get violent, to get violent. Strong. The other one, let's go with the next one. Strong, to get strong, okay? Tired, to get tired, right? That is becoming tired. Well, to get well. That is, it's normally used as to get better, like this one. To get better, right? Okay, so let's keep going. The other one is thin, right? So to get thin, this one. Help, to get help, that is right. Ill, to get ill. Dry, to get dry. Wet, to get wet. So in this case, what do I mean by this? My brother got ill in the last word. My brother got ill in the last word. So I say this one. Your son has got very thin. This other one. Okay. She got violent when he said that. She got violent when he said that. Okay, we are getting tired of our work. So we're getting tired. We link these words, right? We're getting tired of our work, right? Okay, so that would be this one. All right, so we have more combinations with the verb to keep, no? So awake, so to keep awake, right? Quiet, to keep quiet. So that can be an order for children, right? So when you want that they behave, se comporten, you can tell them, keep quiet, please, keep quiet, right? So secret, to keep secret. Clean, to keep clean. So if I say this, please keep all my words secret, what does it translate? Okay. Por favor, mantengan mis palabras en secretas, ¿no? My mother kept away all the night, right? Madre se mantuvo despierta toda la noche. So, we have new words. So we have again, we have against, almost, gold, finger, hand, nose, hair, heart, knee, face, female, male, memory, moon, sun. So we have a opposite words, that is a strategy to learn, right? So we have same, different, and you say same is the opposite to different, or of different, no? Same is the opposite of different. Dry and wet, right? Dry is the opposite of wet, or vice versa. Wet is the opposite of dry. Shut and open. Open is the opposite of shut, right? Okay, we have other prepositions here. So let's review them. About, after, among, at, before, between, by, down, for, from, in, of, on, out, over, through, to, under, up, with. So up, okay, and with. So remember those ones because they will be really useful. So we have some examples with prepositions. Prepositions are a really relevant topic in the second language because many students in advanced levels they have like a dilemma with this use of prepositions. So to say, for example, it is about tree. So about is alrededor de, cerca de, so it is about tree, right? So that would translate, it is about 6:30. It is about 6:30. A book about culture, a letter about my son, right? So we have order, which are before and after. How can you remember this? What is the difference between before and after? So when you say afternoon, you say afternoon, afternoon. So noon, remember that it is more or less 12 p.m. now, when the sun is extremely, okay, at least in some countries of the world, no? So after is después de la tarde, no? So después de las 12, something like that. So after is después, no? So in that way you can remember. So after, so you can say she came after 4. She came after 4. Before him was a sea. Before him was a sea, right? That also means delante. So one after the other. This is an expression. I will go before you. I will go after my class, right? They will go after the party. So we have among. And this means when you are when there are more than 2 people or stuff around you, right? And between when you are in the center of something, between one thing and the other, 2 things or two people, right? So my daughter is among those girls. My daughter is among those girls. Between you and I, no, it's a secret. Keep secret. It is among these papers. It is among these papers. I went between 7 and 8. Okay, so 2 things. Between 2 things, among more than 2 things. So we have by. So let's try to translate this. Try to translate this in your head, right? So put that by my bed. Put that by my bed. So close to my bed, no? So I have a house by the church. I have a house by the church. I will go by train. So let's see. Here we have, these are the translations in Spanish. So we also have up and down, up and down. Repeat after me, please. Up and down, up and down. So you say down is the opposite of up. So you say he is walking up and down. He is walking up and down, right? So what it means is, in Spanish, no, he's going and coming. He's going and coming. He's down in the garden. He's down in the garden. He is down in the garden. I will go up in the lift, which is the elevator. So we say this one. For, which is, for is mainly for something positive, right? When you give something to someone. So, and 2 is for directions, right? So when you're leading to certain place, you use 2, right? So for, this book is for your son. These letters are for you, right? So for, let's see, right? So we also have from, which means origin, right? So that means but for origin, right? That is the difference between from and of. From is for origin mainly, right? When there is an origin. Of is for possessions mainly. He went from Germany to Ecuador. He comes from Paris. Okay, so the origin. Okay, so let's try the order. Let's see the order of the one that I was talking. Some is called of means the, that is with the same uses of the in Spanish, right? So I can say, give me a bit of bread. Give me a bit of bread. So that would be like, give me a piece of that bread, no? But you don't say piece because you use piece with cake, a piece of cake. But in this case, you use bit of bread. So we have, this is a bit of soap. This is a bit of soap. Let's check the translations out. So, got it? So we have in, right? When there is something inside, right? So if I put in my shirt, no, that would be something that it's not common, obviously, but you can say I put this in the pocket, bolsillo, right? So on, that is when there is contact, right? And over when there is no contact. So we have under, also debajo de, right? So we say your son is in my room. Try to translate this in your head, right? Try to translate in your head. So your son is in my room. Your shirt is on your bed. There is a light over my bed. There is a box under my bed. Put that bread on the table. Put the bread on the table. The dog is under the table. She is in the garden. Under is the opposite of over. So let's try to translate them in our head. So that would be something like this, right? So let's check the other upcoming slide. We'll have of, and the of generally is used next to a verb and it alters the meaning. So if I say, for example, take, and I include take, and I add off, I would say take off, which means to extract something, no? To take something out. So they are taking off their hats. They are taking off their hats. Also, we have send, right? Send, that is enviar, right? But if I say send off, that is right, to say goodbye or something like that, right? So in Spanish, we'd say despedir. So with, so here we mean con, right? So he is with my father, right? Is, or do your work with care, right? So he made a journey through Chile. Right? She's walking through the street. And out is the opposite of in, right? So you say she's out, right? Okay, so to, if I say I will go to New York, you mean that you are leading, te estás dirigiendo, you're leading, send a letter to my son, you're dirigir a, right? So I will go to New York, send a letter to my son. Okay, so let's go with the next prepositions that are combined with verbs. So really important, because I have already explained this in a video that I have shortened and edited for you, but it's really important to learn all of these verbs by heart. We're gonna have a quick check on these verbs, but it's so simple. So we have to go after, right? So we have some examples. The cat is going after the mouse, or the cat went after the mouse, right? So what does it translate? The other one, okay, to go up, right? They went up the mountain. All right? They scaled the mountain. We'll go up the mountain. Okay, so that is in future, no? To go out, which is literally translated, she went out of the house. That is in past. But she will go out of the office. So that is in future, right? So to go on, which is to continue, right? So to go on certain tasks, for example. So go on with your routine. To keep going, right? To continue with that routine. He'll go on with his work. So he will go on with his work. So you say go on with your routine. He will go on his work. Okay, so to go in, right? So Joseph will go in by the door. Joseph will go in by the door. So I may go in now. Okay, so we have to go with, he will go with me, which is to go together, or yes, alone somebody. So he'll go with me. He'll go, I might go with her. To keep on, that is to keep doing something, right? So she kept on working. So she kept on working. So she kept on working. That is in past, right? They will keep on walking in the Andean mountains. Okay, so here we have the translations. To keep under is to oppress, to keep something under. So he's kept under by my daughter. He's kept under, he's kept, right, under by my daughter, and I'm kept under by her, right? So I'm oppressed by her. To come to, right? We're coming to the river. I was coming to New York. Okay, that is to close to somebody. So to come in is similar to get in, right? Or to go in. They may come in now. She came into my house. The first is in present, and the second is in past. So to come with, which is similar to go with, right? So come it, but in this case, that those people are getting closed. So come with me to the library, and he came with me to the library. He came with me to the library. Okay, so we have it to send for, right? To come for, sorry. So they've come for my money. They've come for my money, right? I come for my money tomorrow. They come for my money tomorrow. So in this case, it would be to get up, right? To get up from your bed, for example, get up early. I got up early. To get out of my room, but in this case, to get out, it would be something like rude. It's not something so respectful, because if somebody asks you to get out, that person maybe is furious or doesn't want to see you there anymore. So you can listen, get out of my room. So that means that the person maybe is furious with you. So get out of my room. He got out of my room. He got out of my room. So to let out, he let out his pet. This is in past. He will let out his pet, right? That is future. Okay, we have to take off, right? They have taken off my money. They've taken off my money. They took my money off. You took off your head, right? Okay, we have the other, which is to give out, right? Dar, agotarse, acabarse, is similar to base out. The resources are giving out. The resources gave out, right? To give up. I gave up my work, right? That is in past. So I was giving up my work, right? To put out is to turn off. You can say, I put out the light, no? So put out the light, that is an order. And my sister was putting out the light. Okay, so we have to put off, which is to postpone. That works for meetings, right? So you say the meeting has been put off. The meeting has been put off. The meeting has been postponed, right? So the agreement has been put off. The agreement has been put off. Okay, so we have to put in, that means to insert or to put something inside order, a container or something like that, right? So the news was put in the paper. The news was put in the paper. The news will be put in the paper, right? Will be added. So to put on, that is similar to try on, right? So it works for clothes, for example, she's putting on his coat, or she put on his coat, that is in past, right? So to send for, I sent for my key. All right, so to send for means to send somebody to look for something, right? I sent, or for somebody. I sent for my key, I will send for my key. Okay, so we have the past participle, and the past participle is really, really similar in many cases to the simple past, but it has some variations depending if the verb is regular or if the verb is irregular. So we have previously studied some verbs before, but remember something. When you have to, which is this particle, is because that is just part of the grammar, right? So to is just a formality. It does not have any translation. So you say to give, right? But when you conjugate this, you can say I gave, right? That is in past. I gave, and given, dado, right? That is a past participle. Past participle, participio pasado. Past participle, right? So you say dado. Send, right? That is enviar. So I sent in past, and sent, enviado, right? Take, I took, taken, right? You tomé, tomado. That is a past participle. All right, no worries. You got a list. I have written a list for you in order to make you comprehend this topic, right? So you can check it anyway, all right, whenever you want. So to make, right? That is to create something. I made. You say made, hecho, right? To do. That is why, for example, some teachers says hecho en China, right? So that would be made in China, right? Made in China. It's not made, as many people say, but it's made in China, or made in Ecuador, made in Colombia, or made in Argentina, or whatever, right? So we have to do, right? To do is for activities, right? So remember that. I did in past, and done, past participle. Seem, parecer, right? I seemed, me parecí, and seemed, parecido, right? Okay, so we have the other ones that are get, got, I got, that is a past of get, and we have got or gotten, right? Got is for United States and gotten for UK. So to let, right? Obtenido, got. So to let, dejar, I let, yo dejé, dejado, let, the same, right? So see, that is a verb, right? So you say I saw in past. That would be in past, right? So you say seen, visto, right? So we also have to say in present, in infinitive, sorry. I said in past, in said, past participle, right? Dicho, to come, I came in past, and come, past participle. Okay, to go, I went, and gone, right? Past participle, that means ido. So to have, I had, and tenido, you say had, the same. So to put, I put, in the past participle is the same, is an irregular verb. So irregular verbs cannot change in some cases. So put, to keep, right, which is infinitive. I kept, and kept, which means mantenido, right? To be, I was, you were. Those are the two forms of the verb to be in past, and in past participle would be being. Okay, so next we have, I have a strategy, right? So you can study these verbs in different ways. So you can basically, you can, for example, review the verbs in three ways, right? So the first is taking the list and seeing what is the infinitive, what is the past, and what is the past participle. The second one is you can say what is the past, and I'm going to check the past participle. And the third one is that you cover the past and you just stay up with the infinitive and with the past participle, right? So I'm going to show you the way you can do it, right? So you can say, for example, the past, the different verbs for give, for example. So to give, gave, given, right? Give, gave, given. Read, 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 right? So the pronunciation is different, but they are written similarly. So we have make, made, right? So look at it. So here I'm giving you this list, right? I've given you this list, and you can say give, gave, given, right? You can also say send, sent, sent, take, took, taken, make, made, do, did, done, come, came, come, go, went, gone, have, had, seemed, right? So remember this pronunciation. This is a regular verb because it ends up in ed, right? So seemed. So seemed, right? The other one is get, got, or gotten. The past participle can be also written right, in some parts of Europe of gotten, right? So you can say gotten. Okay, so let, got. What did I do? You can say let, see, saw, seen, right? This, which is the seal, say, set, right? Put, keep, kept, be, was, where, been. Got it? So you gotta learn them by heart, the memoria, right? So by heart. Okay, so there are ways to check it. So the first one is that you check the past of each one of these, and then you check the past participle of each one of these. If you want, you can pause the video and revise it. So the other one is you can check the past participle, and then you check the past, right? So that's up to you. You decide how to do it. So there is an exercise to be more familiar with these verbs. So let's try it right now. Let's try it out. Oh. Okay. Okay. So let's try the exercise, right? So look, you say give, gave, given, right? Give, gave, given. So to give a reward, okay? So I give a reward in present, right? I have given a reward that is present perfect and past participle. This one, I had given a reward. I have is yo he, right? I had, yo había. So to send a letter, which is infinitive, she sends a letter, present, and how would it be in this case? She has sent a letter, and she had sent a letter, right? You see, has, which is, remember here that we have the verb to have, that means haber, right? Haber. So I say, I have, that is present, right? I have, you have, we have, they have. Got it? So all of them are going to be for, all right, so for have. But in present, it changes, no? So the third person is with has. She, he, and it. We haven't with has, right? That is present. That is present perfect. Okay, present. Okay, so when you combine this have with a past participle verb, you have present perfect. When you combine the had, that is the past of had, this is for past. Había, right? Había. So that is for all the pronoun personals. You can say I, you, we, he, she, it, all of them in they, right? All of them are going to be used in past with this había, right? So I had given a reward. So if I want to say ella había dado un premio, how would it be in this case? How would it be in that case? So she had given a reward. She had given a reward. You got it? Okay. Okay, so let's check the other ones. So we have send a letter. To send a letter, she sends a letter. She has sent a letter. She had sent a letter. Take, took, taken, to take a book. He takes a book, which is in present. He has taken a book, past participle, él ha tomado, right? So she had taken, he had taken, él había tomado, he had taken a book, right? He had taken. So that is the way we're going to use the other ones. We're going to do the other ones. So let's try with these other ones. So make, made, made. Made is a past participle. This one that is in last capitalized. So to make a table, right? They make a table. They have made a table. They have made a table. They have made a table. They had made a table. Do, did, done. Do, did, done. I don't know if you are familiar with this word, right? When somebody is done, you say work done, trabajo hecho, right? Or in the system, sometimes it appears done, right? That means hecho. So we say to do a work, right? Do a work. That is a infinitive. She does her work. She has done her work. She had done her work. Come, came, come. To come at 9. You come at 9. I have come at 9. And I had come at 9. Okay. So we also have a go, went, right? So to go to Chile, you go to Chile. You have gone to Chile. And you had gone to Chile, right? Get, got, gotten. To get money, I get the money. I've gotten, or I have got the money. And I had got, or I had gotten the money. So let, and let, right? To let her go, I let her go. I have let her go. I had let her go. Right? The same here. So we have with verb, right? See, saw, seen. To see the airplane, he sees the airplane. He has seen the airplane. And he had seen the airplane. Okay? So you say, said, said. To say that. We say that. We have said that. We had said that. The same with put. Put is for all of them put, right? So put, she puts the money on the table. She has put the money on the table. She had put the money on the table. Okay. Keep, kept, kept. So you say keep, kept, kept, right? Here I wrote keep, but all right, currently it's kept, no? Here, there is a problem in this slide, but it's kept, right? Kept, kept. Okay. Okay, so to keep her word, to keep her word, she keeps her word. She has kept. Come on, repeat after me, please. Kept, kept. She has kept her word. She had kept her word. She had kept her word. Right? B, the conjugation of being past tense would be was, were, and been. To be sick, to be ill. We are ill. We are sick. We have been ill. We have been sick. We had been ill. We had been sick. Have, had. The other one, right? Have, had. To have money. He has money. He has had money. And he had money. So it's a little bit weird for my students. In many cases, they tell me, but why do I translate this different? Because remember that to have means two things, right? For possession, right? And the other for existence. Possession and existence, right? Okay. Okay, that would be everything for today. That is the end of these 10 sessions. I hope that you have understood every single word. See you guys.